Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, March 15, 2023. Self-improvement efforts can be especially successful now. Transits encourage you to rebuild or rework something to improve your life or put something dysfunctional behind you. Narrowing your focus to critical areas or streamlining can be particularly effective. Look not only to specific tasks but also to attitudes and habits that distract you from getting where you want to go. It's a great time to invest in yourself and special people in your life. Focusing on stabilizing your social life or handling outstanding or unresolved issues related to your friendships or projects can help boost your confidence and feelings of personal empowerment. You could feel stronger as you immerse yourself in a cause or project. Life truly is ready to get back into the fast lane. Over the past 6 months, you exercised tremendous patience. Mars retrograde was a very rocky period, and we are reaching the final threshold of this transit in just a few more days. Mighty Mars, our planet of energy, sex, and drive, will soon cross the line where he first turned backward, which means he will officially be back to peak speed. This is known as the end of his post-shadow phase. If there was any havoc in your personal or romantic life in recent months, the time of drama might now be behind you. Be confident in your financial prosperity. It is time to take a calculator leap of faith with your investments and assets as the moon enters abundant Sagittarius. You may feel more daring than usual, which could help you go outside your usual financial comfort zone. However, you might be somewhat hesitant to invest in a professional aspiration or networking opportunity since the moon will square Saturn in Pisces. The square might be initially stressful, but it could be your reminder to have faith that your investments will pay off. Having the moon in your financial sector as Mars is working to make his final days in your income sector before leaving later next week count, can be an advantage on both sides of the financial fence. This puts the moon and Mars at odds, but there is nothing that can fire up the warrior planet's warrior and competitive spirit than a bit of competition. As the moon works to fuel your financial instincts and imagination, Mars will be working to turn any financial tension into motivation. When we feel confident, it's tempting to give advice, or in many cases, to start taking care of others. Be careful, this can be dangerous. There is no certainty that our health tomorrow will be the same as today. We must always maintain a humble attitude and serve our bodies each day. That natural human laziness can be overcome with a tiny bit of discipline. Avoid taking care of others in place of yourself. If you live according to this maxim, you will ultimately be a better friend, as you will be available and strong in times of crisis and need. If there's work to be done, there's no time like the present. With the essence of this day in the air, you won't have any lack of drive or energy to handle most anything on your plate. If you run into any challenges along the way, be sure to get someone to work with you to bring things to a close. This can often be the best way for you to handle things, anyhow, so don't try to do something alone if it's better done by a pair. The month-long wind down of your current solar year doesn't even begin for another 7 days, let alone your birthday month and new solar year, which doesn't begin until later next month. Yet 2 months ahead of her return to Taurus last year, Venus is now just 3 days away, while Juno's return over the weekend is already turning your attention to the future. Until then, Venus is still taking your heart on a nostalgic trip down memory lane, while the Sun is more focused on personal and professional networking, friendship and relationship building. The moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday was always going to leave you feeling more emotionally engaged, but with a lot to unpack when it comes to your personal and relationship needs. Along with last week's full moon on the romantic front, this also completes a deeper dive into matters of the heart and your relationships just 3 days before Venus, the planet of love, is due to return to Taurus. Our eyes in the sky. As individuals, we often find ourselves juggling several roles and responsibilities, each with its unique set of demands and expectations. The cumulative effect of these demands can be overwhelming, making it seem like we're being forced into different roles in our lives. These responsibilities can sometimes feel daunting, leaving us feeling helpless and unsure of what to do next. However, in the midst of all these challenges lies an opportunity to rise above the chaos and take charge of our lives. The intense astrological aspects that we're currently experiencing call for us to put our foot down and assert our authority over our circumstances. The moon's powerful influences help to strengthen us, providing us with the strength and courage we need to tackle the challenges that come our way. During this phase of contemplation that lasts throughout the day, we have plenty of time to reflect and evaluate our lives. It's an ideal time to cut through difficult issues and accept ourselves, flaws and all. This period of introspection and self-reflection allows us to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves, helping us to navigate our lives with greater confidence and purpose. So, even though the challenges we face may seem insurmountable at times, it's essential to remember that we have the power within us to overcome them. With the moon's energy bolstering our resolve, we can rise to the occasion and emerge stronger, more confident, and more self-aware than ever before. As the clock strikes midnight, the moon begins its journey through the adventurous sign of Sagittarius, finally breaking free from its void-of-course phase that had started late the previous night. For the next couple of days, our focus shifts towards personal liberation and freedom, as we seek to expand our horizons and broaden our perspectives. During this time, our worldview undergoes a significant transformation, encouraging us to explore new ways of experiencing the mundane aspects of life. Our beliefs are no longer set in stone but instead evolve in response to new discoveries and interactions with diverse people. As our perspective shifts, we become more open to novelty, and our rigid dogmas give way to the possibility of new and exciting experiences. However, it's essential to note that the optimistic energy of the Sagittarius moon can sometimes lead us down a path of recklessness. We may feel invincible and believe that success is inevitable, prompting us to rush headlong into a quest without adequate preparation or caution. In such cases, our overconfidence can lead to disastrous consequences. Therefore, it's crucial to strike a balance between our optimism and our quest for truth and meaning. We need to approach our search for personal freedom and greater understanding with a healthy dose of caution and introspection. We should not abandon our quest for greater knowledge and experiences, but rather check our enthusiasm and evaluate our options carefully. In conclusion, the Sagittarius moon offers us an opportunity to explore new horizons and discover exciting possibilities. However, we must be mindful of the potential pitfalls that come with this transit and strive to strike a balance between our optimism and our rationality. By doing so, we can navigate this transformative phase with greater confidence and emerge wiser and more enlightened. Shortly following this, the moon squares off with Saturn in Pisces, thwarting our idealistic perspective. We immediately run up against some form of limitation or restriction that instills us with self-doubt. A dream is dashed, but it may be for the best. Disappointment, in this instance, can save us from our bubble bursting after we've invested much more of our time and energy. It's okay to nurse distraught feelings. In fact, it's recommended. Seeing this situation for what it is will help you to move on faster than you would if you ignored the lesson.